Alright, what's up, y'all? We are reading One Piece 1098. Just two more till that big 1100. Now, listen, I still don't know, y'all, how I'm supposed to show you my screen. Like, I was seeing how some other people do it, and apparently they open a Patreon so that it's like a hidden link, and I don't want to. If only y'all could see this with me. So, anyhow, the last chapter, and let me just go to the last chapter. Okay, so the last chapter is called Guinea. The last chapter ended with the what? Guinea's captured. Okay, so a couple things, wherever the flashback ended right now, it's 14 years ago. This means Luffy's been born. And I was wrong last time. Roger's executed 24 years ago. So this is 10 years after he's executed. So Luffy is 7 right here, and Bonnie should be born already. So yeah, if Guinea's captured, this means she's gonna get killed. And it's gonna lead to why Kuma makes himself a robot. And then also, I would love for you to show me Dragon's bounty. At least while he was still a pirate. Alright, let's get to this. Oh, look at this. You guys can't see this. This image is crazy. Alright, let's go. But that's such a different way to show the origin of the Revs, You think of them as this huge organization at the start of the story, but really, they're just one giant pirate crew. It's much more calm than you think. Anyhow, this chapter's called The Birth of Bonnie. But she's already born. What is this cover? Brook powering his electric guitar solo with an electric eel. Birth of Bonnie. Alright, so one thing is they keep calling Bonnie a little girl, right? So maybe she wasn't born around the same time as Luffy. And she's actually only like a 7-year-old or something. But let's not assume that. Let's go. Alright, zoom in. Here we go. So Guinea's capture. Let's see this. Rev Army Baltigo. Requesting backup. The Toomey uprising in the South Blues looking bleak. Who the frick is Toomey? The expanding tides of revolution. We can't. Our hands are full. Dealing with the wounded at Goa. Oh. So they're over there getting Sabo. I mean, I find it cool. So Guinea right now is one of the big Revs, like the 4 commanders. I'll go. Kuma says he'll go. Don't be rash, Kuma. You've been acting reckless ever since that day. What the? This guy's huge. Where did you come from? State your name. Okay, I get it now. They skip time. Guinea being captured is in the past now. So now they're dealing with something else. Everyone's at Goa. So, dealing with the Sabo stuff. And then Kuma says he'll go. And he's been acting rash ever since Guinea was captured. So now we're getting back to what happened. So stop doing that. Ever since that day. What the? This guy's huge. Where'd you come from? State your name. Okay, Guinea's been captured. Yes, sir. It seems she's caught the eye of a celestial dragon. This is like dragon, right? They took her on a government ship because the celestial dragon wanted to make her his bride. We won. Finally, after 3 years of struggling. We couldn't have done it without the Revs. Okay, so they took over this place. Whatever they said before. The enemy took us by surprise. It was the Revolutionary Army again. Here's to the Revolutionary Army, the heroes of the people. Damn, that's their flag. Does this hint Dragon's Devil Fruit? It kind of looks like a dragon. That's what we used to think, that he had a dragon fruit. I'm having a hard time understanding this. Let me reread this. The issue is they're showing freaking 2 different events at the same time. So meanwhile, Kuma's thinking flashbacks when Guinea's captured. And then meanwhile, the Revs are winning a battle here. So they took her on a government ship. The celestial dragon wanted to make her his bride. The enemy took us by surprise. Please forgive us. Oh, dragon, it's me. I've worn myself out. I'll have to return by ship. We're so sorry. Around 2 years have passed since Commander Guinea of the Revs was kidnapped. That's crazy. She was commander. That means her bounty at least, okay, I can't say at least, but we could put her around 400. Around 2 years have passed since Commander Guinea of the Revs was kidnapped. Wait, she wasn't killed though. To be a wed to a celestial dragon. Wow. We're nearly there, Bonnie. So Bonnie's on the Rev ship. Let's see how old she is. Kuma, it's Guinea. She's on the line right now. What? Hey, Kumachi, I finally made it back to the surface. Guinea, they didn't want me around after I got sick. I was thrown away. What a stroke of luck. You're sick? I wanted to see everyone one last time. But this call will have to be our goodbye. What the frick has happened to the art style? This is freaky. What the frick is this? Yo, the art style is freaking me out. But I wish y'all could see this. What are you talking about, Guinea? Where are you? I can be there in an instant. I was afraid I'd never see you again. That's right, he can freaking teleport pretty much. Kumachi, sorry, but I'm at Death's door. Pan. What? I'm glad you care about me, really, but you shouldn't come when I'm like this. Oh, this is her here? Is she like holding her mouth? Maybe the art style's like just to show the way he remembers this day. Like it's all freaky to him. Dragon, big bro. Kumachi has a big heart. Please take care of him for me. Okay, so I get it, guys. I had to look over for a bit. So it says 2 years after she's captured. So that's 12 years ago. It looks like Guinea's on a random ship sailing somewhere. And she has Bonnie with her. So it's like Bonnie was just born around 12 years ago. So she's here saying, you know, Dragon big bro, because she always called Ivan that. Kumachi has a big heart. Please take care of him for me. And then Kuma's running off. Get out of the way. There's only one place she'd go now. Poofy teleports. And Kumachi, I just want you to know. I love you. Always have, always will. So now Kuma lands in that place that used to have the church, I think. Kuma, you're back? Where's Guinea? She's here, right? She is, but I'm afraid. It happened when she was exposed to natural light. Her face, her entire body. It turned all blue. Don't laugh, dumbass. It turned all blue in the sun. And her skin hardened like stone. Sounds like a freaking vampire, dude. Kumachi. I'm just so happy. What could have done this to her? Hey, Kumachi, let's get married. Wouldn't it make you happy? She burned up her remaining time exposing herself to the sun. So she wasn't supposed to go in the sun, but she was around sailing. Intentionally? Hug. So she could cross the ocean and make it home to us. Because she wanted to ensure her baby's safety. So how old is this baby? Wow, you can rest now, Guinea. I swear I'll raise her well. Oh my goodness. Okay. It depends when this baby was born. See, I'm just thinking back, right? People are having theories that like Bonnie was a clone and stuff. I wasn't too down for that, but bro, this is next level. This sounds like it's actually Guinea's kid. You can rest now, Guinea. I swear I'll raise her well. Okay, so Bonnie's freaking 12. That's insane. So she's 10 when what the frick? She's 10 when Blackbeard captured her and traded her. And she's a 10-year-old yelling at Akainu. That's insane. How old was Luffy when he was arguing with his brothers when he was a kid? He was around like 10, right? What a freaking difference. That's all wrong. Oh, look, he's got the glasses. You're tilting the bottle too much. Is this better? Bonnie-chan still looks uncomfortable. I'll show you how it's done. She's so cute. And if you're going to be sleeping next to her, make sure her cot is like an iron cage. We can't have you smushing her in your sleep with that massive body. Ooh, you're quite the heavy drinker, Bonnie. I'm sure you'll always be just as much a glutton as Guinea was. Oh, look at young Guinea. I'm still hungry. Okay, and time is passing. Daddy. Look at all the old people. Why are you crying over there? I think it may be happy tears. Okay, look, she's kind of a glutton. So what would... But this is cool, right? Bonnie's raised by like the whole village. What could have caused her to be sick like that? It must be some kind of hint to something later on in the story. But yeah, so ever since this day, he's kind of different. He's more mad. So here he's joining the Revs and taking over stuff. He's raising her. Oh, this is such a duality, right? So you got soft Kuma here raising his daughter. And then savage Kuma, murking man's here. Then soft Kuma and then savage Kuma. Sleeping Kuma. Hey! Sabo Kuma. Kuma? What's going on here? What in the world are you doing? You've boarded up all the church's windows. What? What? Yo, what? Someone else got the disease? And then, especially us being at a church? It's like such vampire vibes, but there's no, like, vampires in this story. Huff, huff, pan, 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 close the door. Take a look here below her eyes. Is that a blue stone? Wait, so when Guinea freaking hardened, what, she turned into like a stone? But like a gem-like stone? Hey, isn't that, it looks just like what Guinea had at the end. You look at this paddle, she's so adorable here. I'll call a doctor. Thank you. It's caused by sunlight, you say? Are you sure? Why don't we try taking her outside? Are you insane? Yo, who's this freaking scary looking doctor? It doesn't seem to be white lead poisoning. Oh yeah, that's a sickness we had. That's what Law had, right? Sorry, I'm not familiar with this condition. You're quitting the Revs? What? Bonnie's contracted the same disease her mother had? Okay, let me pause for a sec, right? Okay, so maybe it got passed down to her, right? But is there any reason she had in the first place, genes wise? If they're a slave at God Valley, are they a slave because they're like special people, like Kuma was? Because, you know, they make like giants and stuff slaves. Or she's just a random person. Because I wonder if she got something in her blood that like she keeps, that'll always be passed down. What? Bonnie's contracted the same disease her mother had? Yes. I don't know if it's the right thing to do, but I have to stay by her side. I understand. It's important to live without regrets. We can use our contacts to reach out to doctors all over the world for her. Hey. I mean, it sounds like she gets cured of it. But how? I owe you, dragon. Maybe the doctor with Chopper? Well, how old is Chopper? I know, like 6 months old. Would she know how to cure this crap? Okay, I owe you, dragon. Revs are stacked right now, though. So pretty much soon after Sabo joins the Revs, Kuma leaves. Wait. So when Kuma had the title Kuma the Tyrant, right? That was him as a crew member of the Freedom Fighters. I never thought of it that way. I always thought he was like the captain of some ship. Wow, that's pretty cool. 7 years ago when Bonnie was 5. Yeah, so Bonnie's 12. That's crazy. Oh God, what? She's a menace. Well, run away. I was joking. They're calling her a vampire. What do I know about vampires? Wait, could they be some kind of? But you can't. A vampire is not like a race. They're dead humans. Like, I don't think you could be a vampire and your kid is half vampire. I guess maybe in a way you could. The vampire's gonna eat us. You can't middle finger! A 5-year-old Bonnie. And stay out, you twerps. Bleh. This is as far as you can go, right? Okay. And they throw the cross. Hey, chill. I can't believe it. The vibes were real. Some weird vampire crap going on. I dare you to take a step out here, you ugly vampire. Eat this, bet the holy cross is your weakness. And then Kuma carries around a freaking Bible. Kuma, you carrying around the weakness of your daughter. Look at it shine. We're in a church, dummy. Yeah, so she's not affected by the crosses, I would assume. It's just sunlight. I'll show you who's boss. I'm coming after you. Bonnie, stop. So she wants to leave. Please, you can't go outside. Even stand near the door, we can give you the ouchies. So she's on a timer. Look how small she is. She's so tiny. She's on a timer. He just doesn't want to speed that up. And look, she still got it. I know, you're such a worrywart, Dad. I was just kidding. Please don't joke about it. Please don't even joke about it. Okay, I hate it when you get outside and worried anyway. You're such a good kid. Please stop being a crybaby, Daddy. See, this looks like the Kuma from the flashback. Those jerks, they made fun of my face stones again. Are they really that weird? It's not like I can help them. I didn't ask to get sick. You mean your jewels? Your face is huge, bro. They're just jealous because you got such pretty jewelry. Oh my goodness. There's only one way I can imagine her getting cured. It's through the devil fruit. Could she use the devil fruit to constantly reverse her timer? It's like the same situation with Law again then. Because this is the Easter egg, right? Pretty jewelry, so she's Jewelry Bonnie because she embraces it. But if she don't have... Does she have a... Should I look up a picture of Bonnie? Does she have a... I don't want to see any spoilers, but... Does she have like a tattoo there or something? I swear she has something there. Nah, she just got a freaking pierced now. Bro, she's cured here. She's 12 there. She's been faking her age. So she's cured and she's gotten it pierced. Alright, let's keep going. Cause you got such pretty jewelry. Haha, you think so? You betcha, I love them. Hey Bonnie, if you were to go on a trip, where would you like to go? For when you're better, I mean. Keeping it positive. But he probably... I mean, the Revs are hooking up doctors. But dude, she's been like this, what, 5 years now? Wow. Oh, I know. Have you heard about the legendary Sky Islands? There are islands way up in the air? Kuma doesn't know this? That's right, I read about it in this book. It's close to the sun, so maybe we'll see Nika up there. You'd love that, right, Dad? So look, he's doing the dance. It's so weird how after Nika's mention, you realize he's like all over in the story. Dondo Toto. So this is funny, right? Isn't like the Nika dance accidentally done while they're in Sky Island? Something like that? That sounds like a grand adventure. We can go there to have a big celebration for your 20th birthday. That's in 8 years from the main story. Where should we go for the 19th? Fishman Island. So they're having these dreams, but they're not sure she'll ever actually be able to go out. After examining your daughter, I've concluded that she suffers from sapphire scale. So it sounds like she's turning into a dragon. I'm afraid it's incurable. Okay, I just thought of something, right? I thought of something, but I have to After examining your daughter, I've concluded that she suffers from sapphire scale. I'm afraid it's incurable. You know what it is? And sorry to ask, but can you speak a bit quieter? These days you almost never see it. These stones grow exceptionally when bathed in any form of natural light, like the sun or moon. No, I think what I was about to say doesn't make sense. But even if you completely prevent any exposure, I'm afraid it's only a matter of time before the disease catches up to you. Okay, so how did Guinea even escape the celestial dragons, you know? If she was anywhere where there was a phone, she could have just contacted the Revs. She didn't have to go sailing out. She had a phone. No. She had a phone because she already made it here. She didn't have a phone on the ship. Maybe she couldn't just take one of the phones there because you don't know if it's like trackable. Like one of the celestial dragon snails, she couldn't leave with one probably. Because she was escaping, right? She doesn't want to be tracked. Forgive me for being so blunt, but your daughter has another 5 years at best. Damn, bro, look at his face. It'll be a miracle if she reaches her 10th birthday. Hey! Before the time skip was her 10th birthday. She's 10 years old before the time skip? It'll be a miracle if she reaches her 10th birthday. I'm afraid it's simply terminal, going by current scientific understanding of it. Wow, that's so sad. I mean, it's only not as sad because I know she's still alive. But I need to see how this plays out. It'll be over by her 10th birthday? This isn't fair. She's already growing into such a strong woman. Is there really no cure? Alright, Vegapunk. Because you're saying there's current scientific understanding. Vegapunk would be beyond that. Wow. He just got the news and then she busts in. Boo! Wow, he's falling over. Bonnie, I thought you were asleep. What is this? She's so positive. I heard it all. You said it'll be over by my 10th birthday, right? She says this with a smile. How? How could she say that with a smile? Your 10th? I have no idea what you're talking about. I heard you say it. Are you crying? Is it something I said? Yes. He said when you were 10, it was about your illness, Bonnie, that stupid doctor. He told me that your condition is going to continue as it is till you're 10, huh? It's just such an appalling amount of time. I couldn't help but get down after that. Aww. Oh no! Oh, boo. I heard it all. You said it'll be over by my 10th birthday, right? She thinks she's getting cured. That she just has to suffer for 5 more years. Look how small she is, bro. That's so adorable. Look at that. That means I'll be all better when I'm 10, right? Because we can go on those trips. Isn't that right, Daddy? Oh no, what have I done? Of course, by the time you've turned 10, you'll be cured. Wow. What do you think is better? Her having that false hope or not having it? I gotta freaking sneeze. Yippee! What am I gonna do? Okay, so I'm trying to think of ways she could be cured. And then Kuma carrying their Bible, right? Like if some miracle happens and Kuma like just carries around the Bible, you could say just as like constant thanks. But they live in a church, so there's a reason he would carry around the Bible anyway. That means I'll be all better when I'm 10, right? So we can go on those trips, isn't that right, Daddy? Alright, what am I gonna do? Alright, next scene. A familiar nightmare would soon descend on the kingdom of Sorbet only 1 year later. So this is 4 years ago. Which is just 2 years before the pre-time skip. So just 1 year later, a familiar nightmare would soon descend on the kingdom of Sorbet. Okay, what's so familiar about it? Kuma, you've got to save us, huh? King Bakori has returned, and he's just as monstrous as ever. It's just like 16 years ago. He still wants to cut loose the country's deadweight. He's gonna burn people in their homes. No one cares about King Bakori, bro. Kuma, you can... This is what happens. So he's gonna just punch, because King Bakori's so freaking weak anyway. He's just gonna punch the king's head off, and he's gonna rule as the next king. But yeah, the issue here is she can't leave the church. So it's a double whammy. The never-ending tragedy continues to unfold. Oh, here it's colored. Well, how did people color this? Didn't this just come out? So Kuma still hasn't turned into a cyborg. So she's not cured yet. Now she's got 4 more years left. Clearly she's cured of it. I don't think he like makes a deal with Vegapunk like... First off, let's assume Vegapunk even has a cure. But like Vegapunk cures her, but in return he has to make himself a cyborg. Vegapunk's on our team. Overall, he's not gonna do that. If he could cure her, he'd do it more or less for free. Oh, you know what? Okay, this is my prediction, because Bonnie has a history with Vegapunk. We saw that, right? Earlier in this arc. She's like angry at Vegapunk because Kuma, Vegapunk, and her are intertwined in some way in the past. So I assume Vegapunk actually does find a way to cure her. But also, meanwhile, he's gonna overthrow King Bakori here and become king. And then he's gonna find a way to make a deal with the government. For some reason. Which I don't know what that reason could be right now. Like, is he getting insider info for the Revs? But I think that's what's gonna happen. Vegapunk's gonna cure her. But she still hasn't gotten her devil fruit yet. Alright, so either the devil fruit or Vegapunk's gonna cure her. I mean, you know, when you think about it overall, her fruit is kind of insane. Like, that's some god tier fruit. Like, you think of it as an age fruit, but it definitely sounds like she could reverse her own condition like that. But that means while she's sailing, she's constantly like exerting a lot of power to keep reversing herself, which would kind of make sense because she's such a glutton. But at the same time, she's a glutton anyway because it's like her mom was. All right, well, I guess we gotta wait till next week. And I guess last closing thoughts is, this is kind of dark to say, but I think so Bonnie wouldn't be Kuma's direct daughter, though, you know, he raised her, so he pretty much is. But I guess because 2 years passed when she left, so I guess she would be like half celestial dragon or something. That's wild. But maybe this would explain why Akainu went a bit easier on her when she was captured. Because Akainu was all absolute man, right? I imagine this man, if he gets the opportunity, he'll just murk all the pirates he can. But if she has celestial blood, then he's like, alright, I have to freaking take you back to Impel Down or something. Wow, that's wild, dude. So to this day, that makes Kuma the last Buccaneer. Wow. Which is why they cloned him to make the well, it's not a clone. Kind of is a clone, to make the pacifistas. Because he was probably the rarest race. And then they finally got a hold on King. They had King back in the day. Why didn't they just make the King ones from the start? Should we look at what people are saying? I mean, we might as well. I'm not going to make more videos until next week anyway. Let's see what Reddit's saying. Oh, please note the writer wasn't able to finish the manuscript in time. Oh, I thought Kuma was just freaked out by his memory, so it was squiggled. I like my version better. So Bonnie's age was confirmed as well. She's just 12. I'm guessing the deal Kuma made in exchange for his mind involves some sort of cure for Bonnie. Yeah, this is what I was saying before, bro. Why would Vegapunk say, no, I ain't curing her. Aye, let me make you a cyborg now I'll cure her. Nah, he'll just do it. He must have made himself a cyborg for a different reason. Wait, Bonnie saw Kuma's memories about something, right? So if she saw something she wasn't supposed to, and she's pissed at Vegapunk because he made her dad a robot, maybe the memories he didn't want her to see was that he made him a robot to save her. Bro, it actually sounds stupid if Vegapunk made a deal to cure her. Like, Vegapunk's chilling with Dragon on an island. They clearly have like similar mindsets in some way. You know, they're both for good. And they split off. Vegapunk's making science crap. Dragon makes the freedom fighters crap. But Bonnie is a child of the Revs. So why would you like treat her like a random person and have to make a deal for that to happen? Do we know any celestial dragons with purple hair? Oh, look. F me. That's where his catchphrase, "Where would you like to go if you could go on a trip," comes from. Damn. I remember that I saw that scene such a long time ago, but I remember now. He did always ask that before he teleported people. It just occurred to me when Bonnie prevented Zoro from being diced up by the Celestial Dragon, she didn't use her devil fruit to pretend to be a child. She just turned off her powers. Bonnie told Kuma that if she could go to any place in the world, she would go to the Sky Island. Kuma was introduced in chapter 233, which is the same one with the famous Luffy panel saying he wants to go to the sky. Okay. I can imagine Oda planned that. Because Kuma teleported, he couldn't even hear Gini's last words when she told him she always loved him. Oh, I never even caught that. So Kuma's just constantly in the worst situations. Alright, so here's my closing thoughts, right? When I read what people say, they set up Kuma to be this like martyr who's gonna die in the once we get back to the main story, that he's gonna die and it's gonna, you know, jumpstart like a new era, something. I think it would be more impactful if he carries all this backstory on him and then he survives and he's like a crucial member of the story, you know? I think that would be more satisfying than to pile all this tragedy on his character and then have him die, you know? Like if he comes to freaking where are they right now? If he comes to the Vegapunk Island and then he like holds Bonnie in his hands and then the freaking weird ass Spider-Man kills him. We had this sometimes, like we had it with you know the guy in Wano who's on the cross? Freaking dude, he's like friends with Odin, like close friends with Odin. This guy, Yasui, frick. So you know how that guy died? So, you know, he was pivotal in the new era, but then he didn't get to witness it. And then same thing with Whitebeard, right? While it could work that he's like those two cases where he's sacrificed and the new era begins and he just never gets to witness it. I think since we saw that happen a few times, it'd be cool if this time, like the dude can survive. Let him return to help the Revs in like a bigger battle, him, Yvonne, Dragon, and Sabo. And then maybe in like the final war against the government, Kuma dies, you know? But at least he got to see a glimmer of a better age for people. But he shouldn't die, you know, now. He shouldn't die in this freaking Vegapunk arc. That would be sucky. Like more than anyone, this sucker who's witnessed the corruption of the world, possibly more than anyone we know so far. It sounds like he would have witnessed it more than Dragon, but we don't know what Dragon's about. He should be someone who witnesses the better age. Alright, anyhow, I'll see y'all, I'll break next week. I'll see y'all at some point. Take care.